Everyone knows the saying, go green and recycle. Today's day and age, not everyone is knowledgeable about what to do with our trash. It can be hard to learn new ways when we're so used to our old norms. It also doesn't help that each household isn't equipped with a recycling bin or can, making it an even harder process for our society to recycle. According to Recycle Across America, the U.S. recycling levels have not improved in 20 years despite the billions of dollars spent. This is a huge issue considering the United States only has 5% of the world population, but still generates the most trash out of any country. Hi, my name is Eric McKean. I'm a sophomore here at High University. My senior year of high school is when I first got interested in recycling. Since then, I've become very into it and even gotten my family in transitioning into recycling. I've also done 2 other research papers on recycling, both about how not recycling will be the downfall of our environment and Earth. As you can see here in Visual 1, after collecting data from 10 classmates in a form of a survey, I found some interesting results. The first question I asked is if a person considered recycling to be important for our environment. And surprisingly, all 10 people said they at least mildly agreed. My next question I asked is, do you always recycle in your household? At least only one person said they mildly agreed, and everyone else said that they at least mildly disagreed. My last question, are you conscious about the environment and are well aware of the negative effects we are putting on it? And again, all 10 people said they at least mildly agreed. Based on these results, I can only conclude that people know how important recycling can be, but won't further the process and take that extra step. First, I will talk about recycling in the United States. We need recycling knowledge and authority. The United States has no mandate on whether we should recycle or not. What someone puts in their recycling bin or trash can is crucial to the environment, but an average person or legislator could care less. The United States has only 5% of the world's population, but the U.S. makes about 1/3 of all the trash in the world. Of the 250 million tons of trash generated in 2011, less than 35% of it was recycled. With no mandate to recycle, there's little pressure when appealing to the hearts and minds of people to recycle. People also find recycling very confusing. Haril Bahala even states that every recycling program in almost every state is different in every state. Germany has made incredible jumps as well in the recycling game and has climbed up to 70%. How is it possible that Germany can double what America can do? Well, Germany took a collaborative effort between their own government, recycling businesses, and manufacturing companies. They implemented laws and required businesses to hold recycling strategies. So why does the U.S. not follow what Germany has been doing? The U.S. at the moment doesn't find recycling as one of its main priorities. With it not being such a main priority, it's not very accessible. According to The Economist, about a quarter of Americans don't have access to curbside recycling, as you can see here in Visual 3, meaning they have to take the extra stop and drop them off their cans and bottles at a recycling center. Also, Germany has much less land than the United States. They are running out of area, and in 1996, they actually were concerned about the country's growing numbers of landfills and ended up making a Waste Management Act. But the issue has also been creeping up on us, which again, in less than 15 years, the worldwide waste is expected to double to do something which will need to be done quickly. We need to forget about the not my site, not my problem type of mindset and take the extra step. So next, I will discuss what we can do. We need to educate. If you get nothing else from this speech, at least think about looking into the advantages of what the recycling can do in your community. There are thousands of links and resources online and can help you understand what it can do for our environment. Another thing that you can do is educate others on what you have learned, and after learning what recycling can do, you should try to share those tips with your friends and family. I've convinced my family to start transitioning into the recycling plastics and cans and other than tossing them into the trash. People believe that one person cannot make an impact, but revolutionary processes begin with one person. The recyclingbin.com even states that educating participants is the key in a successful recycling program. Education can ensure an easier and smooth process. So the best thing you can do is get involved. With websites that I've previously cited, like recyclingbin.com or search.earth911.com, have links and resources to get you started and involved. I'm not trying to sway you into becoming an environmental activist, but to simply start the process and see what you can do for your environment. No one can say what for sure will happen if everyone in the U.S. would recycle. But picture a world with straightforward recycling regulations and almost everyone recycling their waste. Recycling can do more for the environment than you could ever imagine. Here are some recycling facts that will even blow your mind. Americans throw away enough office paper to build a wall of paper from Seattle to New York, and a 12-foot high wall, a new wall every single year. Even making paper from recycled paper will reduce the related air pollution up to by 95%. And even making glass from recycled material cuts related water pollution by 50%. It requires 95% less energy and water to recycle a can than it does to create a can from virgin materials. With more people recycling will come with less pollution in our air and water. With this, we can live a more healthier life. Now picture a world with absolutely no recycling. It may not affect you now, but imagine 20, 30 years what the Earth will look like. We will destroy all the Earth's habitats to the point where there is nothing left. We're filling landfills more and more, and it's beginning to ruin our soil from the chemicals that leak from the cans. Mark Recycling even states on an average, each person generates 4.3 pounds of waste per day. Now times that by 7.125 billion people on the Earth. That's 31.2 billion pounds of waste in landfills every single day. The impact of not recycling may not affect you today, but imagine what it can do later. Recycling can do wonders for our environment and the Earth's natural resources. The resources we use are limited, and if we attempt to reuse and save, we can save the environment step by step. Finally, I reach my conclusion. I hope that I made you think about recycling and what it can do for our environment. For those of you who have answered that you believe recycling was important for our society, but yet don't recycle, what do you feel about your decision now? If your household isn't recycling, you're missing out on amazing benefits of what you can do. Air and soil pollution is happening every single day, and we need to be aware of what we are doing. Studies will show how bad we are treating the environment, but it seems that this problem isn't on the top of our list. Again, Recycling Across America even states that the past 20 years our recycling hasn't gotten any better. I've also found a great documentary about recycling on YouTube called 210 Million Tons, as you can see here on Visual 5. The next visual. And it talks about how much the Earth is actually going through our country. I asked you to research these topics so you can reach your own decision if you don't already recycle. I ask you that you look into your environmental benefits and see if you can make the switch. Read more about at keepamericabeautiful.org. From there, you can learn more about what you can do, and you can also go to iwannaberecycled.org and learn more about local recycling options. And you can also go to www.recyclingatwork.org and take the pledge. Again, everyone knows the saying, reduce, reuse, and recycle. In today's day and age, where everyone has the thought, not my site, not my problem, it can be hard to be conscious about where our trash is really going. We need to be proactive about protecting our environment and taking a huge step into the future. Thank you.